everybody's up here, you know, the feeling here is very uplifting.
When I first started talking about setting up in Ireland, I was more or less on the doorstep that day.
I was offered a job. I damn near fainted.
I'm very lucky at this moment to be able to work on the kind of films that I myself would pay to watch.
I think we do the best animation.
To start here is to start at the top.
On the banks of the Liffey River and just across from the expanse of Phoenix Park is the modern six-story building which serves as the new home of Sullivan Bluth Studios Ireland Limited. Don Bluth, the creative force behind the studio. In 1979, he quit his position as a top directing animator at Disney, along with 12 other top artists, to begin a studio of their own. Their quest? To produce the kind of quality animation not seen since the 30s and 40s.
Making a classical animated film is a very complex process. It isn't at all what you might go through if you were just to make a Saturday morning cartoon. We make many more drawings. In fact, I think of it as an art form, and the key to the whole process is quality. Now, what is classical animation? Anything classical is something that can stand the test of time and something that will appeal to the most people. And so, in a classical animation film, we try to make something that will appeal every time you see it and that will thrill you and your friends every time that you view it.
What are the ingredients that make classical animation a cut above the rest? Well, it all starts with a blank sheet of paper. As in all motion pictures, animation is created by projecting 24 still images onto the screen per second. In order to produce an average-length animated feature, there must be over 100,000 of these images, or frames. Artists at Sullivan Bluth carefully create detailed drawings for each and every frame, sometimes with as many as 10 separate drawings per frame, to bring to life characters and environments that are as believable as the world in which we live. From the very outset of production, close attention is given to the design and staging of the film, with elaborate sketches that comprise the storyboard. Layout artists research the geography and architecture of the story setting to create the pencil-rendered world from which the background painters will then paint the full-color settings. The characters are animated by artists who are not only expert draftsmen, but who understand the physics and timing of how characters and objects move in the real world. The animator is the true actor of the film and must have a flair for caricature and drama. Equally important are the effects animators who create water, fire, shadows, rain, and the rest of the environmental phenomena with which the characters interact. There are many artists at work to support the animator's work. Breakdown and in-between artists embellish the animation, filling in drawings from the required series that have been left undone. Cleanup artists have a mastery over line quality and consistency. It's this team of artists that makes sure that the work of hundreds will, in the end, look like the product of a single hand. There are over 20 departments within the studio, each offering the artist an opportunity to explore a different facet of the animation process. From color model, which determines the colors of the characters and special effects, to the departments which ink and paint them onto clear plastic cells, to final production camera, which photographs the work with the latest in cinema technology. There lies the opportunity for the new employee to learn his or her craft from some of the best artists in the world. When Sullivan Bluth Studios opened its doors in Ireland in 1986, it began an international talent search with the notion of bringing together the best artists in the world under a single roof. The studio today has over 300 employees, representing approximately 10 countries.
Well, I come from an architectural background myself, and I was amazed to find that there is a niche for me in the company.
No one is really held back. I think if you have something to offer or you're willing to put some effort in, nothing is going to stop you.
I definitely tell somebody to come here, to have professionals look at them and give them a critique, if nothing else. I mean, being able to come into one of the best animation production studios in the world and just get somebody's opinion is a treat in itself. And getting the job is sort of like the bonus in life.
And it seems to follow the traditions that were carried to a zenith previously by Disney Studios, but I think this studio just now, after many years, is beginning to start where Disney left off, and I think the product will improve for the first time in 50 years.
I come from Italy, and I like to work at Sullivan Bluth Studio because it is quite international, and people come from different countries, and I think you can get the best.
If you're satisfactory here, you're very good everywhere else. Just as in the old studio system of years gone by, making an animated film requires the talents of many people. We have 300 people here divided into 20 different departments, and each of these artists touches the film with his own talent. And it gives the film its romance, its glow, its excitement. And so when it all comes together on one piece of celluloid, it appears as if one artist has painted it.